Greetings, I'm Dr. Sean Reed, author of the Dating Toolbox, available on Amazon.com. If you like what you see and hear in this video today, please hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, so today I want to talk about the phases of a long-term relationship, or how we develop a long-term relationship. And there are 5 phases to a long-term relationship. And I'm going to lead up to the big M word, marriage, today. I haven't talked about that much in the past, but really the goal of my system is to find ultimately a high quality wife. That was the goal for me. Some of you may not want to get married, but I did, and my system ultimately leads to marriage. So you go through 5 phases in terms of a long-term relationship. The first one is building your rotation. The second is managing your rotation. We build a 3-woman rotation. The third is what I call the commitment to long-term relationship. The fourth is the golden year. And the fifth is marriage. So I want to talk a little bit about those today. So your first phase is you build that rotation. And to do so, you must, as I've mentioned in so many other videos, and it gets talked about so much because it's important, you must start conversations with lots of women. You must get lots of phone number. You must get good at this process. And that is absolutely critical to building your 3-woman rotation. So as you get better at getting phone numbers, as you get better at getting dates, as you start to date lots of women, at some point, usually it takes about 4 or 5 dates, you'll realize that you get along really well with this gal, you're very compatible, so you will start seeing her on a regular basis. So what I did, and what I recommend, I recommend a variation of this, is you have a 3-woman rotation. I would see a gal on Tuesday, on Thursday, and Saturday. As I've mentioned before, you want to keep your number one prospect. You want to only see her on Tuesday and Thursday because you want her wondering why you aren't seeing her on Saturday. The woman that has now been my wife for 18 years, when I first started dating her the first couple of months, I would only see her on Thursday. So she was always wondering, why don't you see me on Saturday? And that builds their interest level. Okay, so this is what I call managing a 3-woman rotation. So you'll be dating 3 women, 3 high quality women, and what has to happen is they have to start pushing for commitment. Women always make this decision, never the man. A man will think, oh, I'll ask her to be my girlfriend. If you have to do that, she will probably say no. What needs to happen is she needs to start bugging you about further commitment. I've said this before, it bears repeating. Women make all the major decisions in relationships. All guys can do is keep them in love, keep their interest level high. So as you see these 3 women, they're gonna start to push for commitment. And at some point, you're gonna have to make a decision, usually at around the 8-week, 9-week mark. At that point, they're gonna be pushing for commitment, and you're either gonna have to give them that commitment or you're gonna have to let them go. And this is a process that can go on for a long time. You can go through you can date a lot of women until you really find one that you're highly compatible for. Once this happens, then you're going to have to stop seeing all other women. At this point, you will also stop hustling phone numbers. So you've been managing a 3-woman rotation for quite a while now. Now you have finally committed to one woman. Okay, so at this point, this is where you have to stop seeing other women. You have to stop hustling for phone numbers. And now you have a relationship with this one woman. And yes, you'll see her on Saturday night. Still you still do not want to see her too much. As time goes on, as the relationship gets into 4 or 5 months, then you can start to see her twice a week. But again, limit access. Don't see her too much. A big mistake I see guys make is, oh, I've got a girlfriend now. I'm going to start seeing her every day. And then she loses interest in you. So you still need to limit your access. So what's going to happen is your goal here is going to be what I call the golden year. What I mean by the golden year is you have a year, you're dating this gal for a year exclusively. You have no fights, minimal arguments. She's kind, she's giving, she's flexible, and you have a really good relationship. A lot of times I'll see guys in these relationships where at 3, 4, 5 months, they're constantly fighting. Okay. If things are bad during that first year, they're going to get worse during marriage. Marriage and babies will not fix a bad relationship. So you've got to get that golden first year. At the end of that first year, if you've gotten that gold year, and that's what happened with my wife, we had a wonderful first year, then you'll know that she is marriage material. And then at that point, you can commit to marriage. So a long-term relationship is a process. You're going to go through 5 phases. 1, your first phase is to build a rotation. 2, you're going to manage that rotation. 3, you're going to commit to a long-term relationship. 4, you're going to get that golden year. And at 5, that's when you know you've got someone to marry.